Greetings, my human friends. This again is Rudolf of Germany, the tall white alien. I made a video before and explained to you what happened on my home planet. A meteor hit and released poisonous chemicals and substances which killed off most of our psychedelic mushrooms. We, the tall white aliens, in the form of our original appearance, are called sleepers, and during these sleep phases create the illusionary worlds many beings on different planets live in. These illusionary worlds are transported, for example, to planet Earth in form of electromagnetism. I've been speaking of that before. And a net of electromagnetism is being wrapped around the planet and affects all beings, including humans. Whatever you perceive as reality is nothing but your own mind being influenced by electromagnetism, and these electromagnetic impulses are being transmitted to you from our sleeper population, and the world as you know it is a construct which is originated on another planet, of course, the planet of the tall white aliens. Now, since our psychedelic mushrooms are to almost 90% destroyed, the feeding of our sleeper population becomes a task which is very, very, how to say, it is not easy to feed all our members of our species. And since our sleeper population is being diminishing and our mental strength on our own planet is weakening, accordingly to the weakening, the electromagnetism, the field around planet Earth, is also getting weaker. This is also a reason of the looming pole shift I have been speaking of earlier. This is the trigger of the pole shift, but this only I don't want to talk about today. I want to leave it aside. To me, it's important that you understand that when our electromagnetic field, which we send to planet Earth in form of a net, is weakening, so does the mental capabilities of humans, for example, are weakening too. Because the illusions we send you are directly affecting your perception of reality. Whatever is real for you in the outside world, trees, mountains, houses, cars, even your own body, will be in the future kind of blurred. It will not be as distinct. It will not be as clear to you. This earth, your own mind, whatever you see as reality, will not be as clear as it used to be. There will be phases in your mind where you do not understand the world anymore. The world itself will, in visual terms, also be blurred. You will look at objects and you can see them, but they will not have this clear outline as it used to have, because simply the electromagnetic field around Earth, which feeds your mind in order that your senses function correctly, will be only put into the lowest gear, and the minimum of energy will reach you. So don't be surprised if whatever you see on the outside and whatever you experience in your mind in the form of your thinking capacity will change in the future. It will change in the future. You will have maybe depressions. You might even have double vision. You might have some physical ailments, and you might even get, if you are a very sensitive person, schizophrenic for a while. This all will become stronger and stronger until the pole is shifting as the result of this weakening electromagnetic field. And after that, we hope to rebuild enough psychedelic mushrooms. We hope to have grown more so that slowly over time we can foster, we can create a stronger electromagnetic field around Earth again, so you can live the illusion you are used to. Until then, we also have to create some situations on planet Earth which will affect the emotional and psychological makeup of every human being in a way that you send us more energy as in the last few years. The most dramatic of electromagnetic failure was in these years before and through the Second World War. There was a similar situation, and our psychedelic mushrooms were affected, so we had to increase the energy from humans, the emotional energy, into a way which was very horrible, but again then helped us to create a healthy circle again so we could wrap planet Earth. I hope we can avoid such a terrible scenario as through the last World War, but you must expect some dramatic changes on planet Earth so people can become more aroused in their emotions, so we can foster and siphon from these emotions enough to compensate for the loss of our psychedelic mushrooms. Some people, as I already said, which are in our program, and they will maintain mental health and strength, and they will also go through the pole shift unharmed, because we simply switch them from one to one of the next dimensions. The other dimensions also, of course, will be affected by the shortage of our psychedelic mushrooms. But all the effects which the other dimensions experience will be in variation of that what will be experienced on planet Earth, and might not be as dramatic. Well, now you understand a little bit more what's going to happen to planet Earth and all human, animal, and plant life in the foreseeable future until the looming pole shift, which I've been speaking of. And you will also understand why the pole is shifting, because of the diminishing strength of the electromagnetic field. And of course, the sun rays and its power will then rotate planet Earth, which is also scientifically proven. But in order to do that, in order to get the necessary weakness in the electromagnetism, which is necessary, electromagnetism has to diminish enough for the sunwinds to start this kind of rotation. And this is the explanation for it. Rudolf of Germany.